The meeting between the First Lady and the Cuban envoy took place at State House Nakasero and was also attended by the State Minister for Sports, Honorable Peter Ogwang, the Vice Chancellor Ambara University of Science and Technology, Professor Celestine Obuo, the Chair National Council of Sports, Ambrose Tashobia, and the National Council of Sports General Secretary, Dr. Patrick Ogwell. Others were senior technical officers from the Education and Sports Ministry, led by the Director for Higher Technical Vocational Education and Training, Dr. Jane Egao. Mrs. Museveni talked about the historical cooperation between Uganda and Cuba and particularly lauded the work done by the Cuban professors to train doctors at Mbara University since its inception in 1989. She said that because of the humility and skills imparted by the dedicated Cuban professors to the doctors as they work with the communities, those trained from Mbara University have a good name and a comparative advantage over many trained elsewhere.
When they have a hospital in a place, they ensure that the hospital works with the community. They have people who go to different places to attend to people, to check on children, to do all things without waiting for people to be sick to come to the hospital. They ensure that there are different doctors going to every area, that the areas surrounding the hospital, so that instead of waiting for people to be sick and come to the hospital, they go to the homes and check and know how people are living, their health, their nutrition, their sanitation, everything, children. So really, such a method of work, it would do so much for us in this country. Instead of waiting for people to be sick, to all converge at the hospital and wait for very few doctors, if we had such a method of work, it would do, and so no wonder that they do so well. And they plan so well. If anybody has any problem in this village, the hospital knows about it before they complain. So they plan for it. When the person comes to the hospital, they are planned to take care of their problem.
The First Lady requested the Cuban ambassador to explore the possibility of her government cooperating with Uganda's education sector in the area of skills development and technical education by training the trainers, who will in turn train instructors.
The Cubans do their work in a unique way. So I'd like to explore through you, Madam Ambassador, how we can tap into that area of technical instruction, technical education, with hands-on people who train, the trainers, for instance, in the area of road construction and dam construction. It's an area I would like you to consider and see whether there is any way we can cooperate in that area also.
The meeting also talked about renewal and deepening of the cooperation in sports between Uganda and Cuba, especially in boxing, which Cuba has been supporting for some time now through the training of local coaches, so as to develop the boxing sport in the country to a greater level. Ambassador Tania Perez said the Cuban government is ready to receive the technical delegation and proposal from Uganda to renew the bilateral cooperation in sports.
In terms of education, it's very interesting because we are sure that we have many potentialities in order to share the better experience. In terms of Mbarara University, we have a long history, an important political cooperation,
Right.
very important, is now the only bilateral cooperation project between Uganda and Cuba.
Okay.
So we need to defend it.
Honorable Peter Ogwang assured the process of renewing the cooperation in sports in full gear. Reporting for UBC, Baguma.